All right, this is one of my favorite stretches. It was probably one of the harder ones for me to pull off when I first started stretching. But after I did the beginner stretches enough and went after the balancing muscle group, which in this case would be the chest, I was able to get into this pose. It's from yoga. A lot of these moves are from yoga. Of course, we're breaking it down in a very specific way to target each muscle group. But this one is more of an isometric pose. Here's how it works. We'll start with our arms, cross one arm over the other, meet at the elbows, wrap around like so. And now we're in this position. Instead of just kind of hanging out here and just relaxing, we're going to get active and resist. The way you resist in this pose is by squeezing your elbows together, pushing your hands into each other. So you can think of it as one arm is twisting and the other one is untwisting. Now, as soon as you start squeezing your elbows together, you might start to feel something happening either in between your shoulder blades and your rhomboids. You could also feel something happening in your chest. The chest muscles and the pecs are shortening while the rhomboids are elongating. The shoulder blades are spreading. So I'm resisting again by squeezing elbows together and pushing my hands into each other. And I could just keep isometrically resisting here, but I can also move around a little bit by lowering and raising the elbows. I can also take my forearms horizontal to the ground. It's a very nice feeling. Kind of brings my shoulders down as I do it. And then I can also take my arms to the side, one side to the other. And this is going to make more space, not only in our back, but in our chest. It's actually encouraging our chest muscles to shorten. So if you have trouble getting into this position, if you can't get here, you might think it's because you're too tight back here, which could be the case. But what's often happening is that these muscles are so tight that they can't fully shorten. And so it's an important concept to understand that when a muscle is tight, it can't fully elongate, which is obvious to most people. But the other side of that is that when a muscle is tight, it also can't fully shorten. So if I'm stretching out my bicep and I'm only going to 75%, and I keep stretching it out, I'm not getting the results I'm looking for, it's because my triceps are not shortening enough to allow the bicep to elongate. So in this case, if I'm trying to elongate my rhomboids and cross my arms, and I'm not getting there, it's probably because my pecs are not shortening enough to allow that movement to occur. So look up the videos for balancing muscle groups if you want to learn more about that. I'll go into that into greater detail. But now let's do the other side. I forget which side I did. You can always just do it again. But now put the other arm on top, the other one on bottom. Wrap them around. Squeeze your elbows together. Push your elbows together and push your hands into each other. And then take your arms from side to side. Go up and down. This helps with waist elimination if you ever have problems with constipation. Really good stretch. It also helps with water retention if you ever have water retention problems or swelling, resisting, and just trying to go to wherever it feels like it's satisfactory, where it's satisfying, wherever it feels good. That's the direction you want to go in. Wherever it feels tight, wherever it's hard to go. And then when you're done with that, kind of feel it out, and then kind of see how you feel after each stretch. Notice what's changed. I noticed that there's way less tension in my chest. And my shoulders feel more dropped. I feel way more relaxed. So those are all different things you can focus on after stretching. And each muscle group is going to give different sensations. So soak it up.